3, 2, 1. I expect you to cut me off. I just assumed you would. It's something you usually do. Hi, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co.
And I'm Jesse Anderson from Quackalope.
You're just trying to throw me off all left, right, and center. This is going to be... I don't know, I'm showing you this. Where's the thing-majiggy? Where's the thing-majiggy? I had a thing. Where's the book thing? Here we go. This is it. We're not starting again. This is going to be ISS Vanguard. This is going to be our, well, starting off with the new revised playthrough of this game. Basically, for context here, ISS Vanguard is a somewhat small game that was on Gamefound. They start small to make it sort of localized, and then they're kind of sending out new prototypes of this game to people just so to increase exposure for the game because no one's really heard of it.
I like that you're dedicated to not starting again. I appreciate that.
I'm definitely dedicated to not starting again.
So we've already went through a bit of the opening tutorial. We spent some time reading through it. The rulebook specifically said, do not read the full rulebook.
Correct.
We have a little bit of history with this game. Any of you that watched our coverage previously will be familiar with that. But we're trying to play this
because we can't play it by ear. We have to read every single word.
We're trying to play this by the way it's telling us to try to explain it.
The fact that we know things about the game make it worse because we can easily assume, oh, we just do X, Y, and Z, and you don't. There are changes to this game. There are things that they have done to both streamline the game, to make it more accessible, to guide you through the tutorial. They're going to basically they have like 2 pages of the rules book of here's this component, here's that component, here's that component. Now just go ahead and start your logbook and start it off.
So at this point, you're joining us 30 minutes into learning or starting this game. We're going to give you a sprint through what the rulebook or the introductory book has taught us so far, and then we're at the point where we start playing.
And we just basically went through the whole thing, and we just lots of it's very streamlined. We'll cover this part. It's very streamlined. It guides you through everything. The problem is it guides you through everything by mostly just reading. Take this card from here. Take that card from there. And we think we can. I mean, this may or may not. The original may or may not be up on my Patreon. We'll see. I may take the time to cut and edit it. It's interesting. I think it's interesting to see the process of going through it. I just don't necessarily think it's as interesting to watch us read rules for 30 minutes. I mean, we are charming, but not that charming.
Shockingly charming.
Yeah, shockingly charming.
And over on Quackalope and then back and forth here on Board Game Co., we're both obsessed with this game. We're probably going to end up playing through the majority of stuff they've sent us. And so we'll be doing staggered gameplays first here and then over on Quackalope and back and forth most likely. So keep an eye out. Stay tuned. There's a lot of cool stuff coming.
So we're going to go ahead and jump into flavor text. Timestamps down below in case you want to skip this stuff, because I know I would. I wouldn't. It's a story game. I want the story.
Captain Wayman. Good morning, crew. If you're hearing this, it means you belong to a small group of essential personnel waking up in the first wave. Let me bring you up to speed. For the last 2 years, Vanguard has been cruising safely to our destination, following alien coordinates to the main object of our mission. 5 days ago, we switched off the Albuquerque drive and dropped below light speed. You might feel a bit heavy on the main deck. Gravitational compensators keep the directionality down to a slightly uncomfortable 2 Gs. The red zone on the ship are locked and off limits, unless you want to experience what 90 Gs feels like, that is. We're now approaching our target. So far, sensors aren't picking up anything, but we won't let that get you down. We're still a ways off, and... Main alert! Vanguard AI. Collision course. Alert! Alert! Action required. Captain Wayman. Report. What's going on? Chief Navigator Nels. Sir, we are detecting a massive cloaked object directly in our path. The calculations show we're 3 weeks from impact. Captain Wayman. Begin evasive maneuvers. Chief Navigator Nels. Sir, this object is several times larger than the entire solar system, a diameter of almost 200 astronomical units. Considering our current speed, I'm not sure we'll be able to adjust the course in time. Captain Wayman. How could we miss something this big? Chief Navigator Nels. The object employs some cloaking technology and does not seem to have any gravitational interactions with the nearby system. Captain Wayman. Sergeant Ney. Where are the section leaders awake? Nay. Yes, sir. Captain Wayman, send them to me, and lock down the bridge. Not a word of this to anyone. We don't want to cause a panic on board.
Excellent. So, thus follows a section of text where it's going to tell you the various elements to take out from the various starting points just to get you up and running. It's all about just literally grab these cards, put these here, grab your crew dice, get all started and set, and then we're going to go ahead to log 1. We're beginning the landing. Captain Wayman, you've read the briefing, so I'll keep this short. ISS Vanguard is now barreling at 300,000 kilometers per hour towards an alien-made sphere larger than our solar system. That seems pretty big. Our engineers are trying everything to accelerate and alter our collision course, but that might not be possible without endangering the crew's health and the ship's integrity. You're our plan B. We're sending you forward to scout the object and determine its composition and structure. We need to know how close we can get without endangering Vanguard. We've equipped your lander with additional fuel and extra supplies. If Vanguard flies past the sphere, it might take months for us to reconnect. This means you won't have cargo space for any additional equipment. Due to your rapid awakening, you may also feel, well, not at your best. We hope the effects of the torpor chamber will fade before you reach your objective. Godspeed. You're now about to perform your landing. So,
and one important thing we should mention just right off the bat as well, this is of course a prototype that we're working with. All the components are unfinished and unrefined. I just thought I'd throw that out.
Yeah, that's reasonable. It is very prototypey of this game. Log 5. Away team operator. Capcom, this is the away team. We're approaching the target. Our short-range scans detect an outer shell of unknown carbon allotrope that seems to absorb all emissions. We have no way of knowing what's inside. Sergeant Nahi. We're already crunching the data, away team. I'll let you know if we find anything. No wonder we can detect this thing. It was literally built to be invisible. Away team. Should we attempt a landing? Sergeant Nahi. Vanguard. No, we're not sure how resilient the structure is. Make a closer flyby and deploy a sample gathering drone. Away team. Roger, Vanguard. We're scanning sound.
And if you're enjoying Alex's sounds there, let me also just emphasize there will be a fully narrated app.
By me.
However, it's just not available yet.
Wait, I'm detecting something on the surface of the sphere. A metallic object embedded in its shell. Look here. The surface around it is cracked, almost as if it crashed into it. It's turning towards us. Loud bang. Lander alert. Ah! We're hit. It's shooting at us. It's some sort of automated sentry anchored on the sphere. Abort. Do you copy, away team? Abort mission now. We have crash landed on the planet of the surface thingamajig. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get started on this. Basically, that's going to be everything. To talk about the app briefly, as you may know already, there is an app. The problem is they're making changes to the gameplay in the prototype phase, and they're not constantly updating the app as they go through it. It will be updated when you have your game.
And it will actually be narrated by you, which is the most exciting part.
Yeah,
official.
It's a surprise stretch goal that they're adding in the Gamefound Pledge Manager. Alex Radcliffe making engine noises for your game.
Can we do that video? Patreon exclusive. If you'd like Alex Radcliffe to make engine noises, all it'll take is one of you subscribing to his Patreon and sending him a personal message saying, I'm here for the engine noises.
I'll do it. I have no shame. Anyways, we've now crash landed on different parts of the planet. The two of us are in separate areas of the planet. We have Crash Site 1 and we have Twisted Wreckage. Both those things are not ideal, and we're going to have different things. We're going to guide you through the general process of the game. If you don't know already, ISS Vanguard is effectively going to be a narrative-driven game with choices with decision, with a ship base, which I'm very excited to get to, with lots of upgrading and fun things there, and then with a lot of dice rolling mechanisms in this game as you try to roll dice to match symbols, to go through different things, to accomplish different objectives. Most of what you encounter in this game is going to be all about the tests you encounter, tests you can succeed or fail. This is the tutorial mission. It is guiding you towards success. This is not about failure. This is about guiding you towards success as you learn the mechanics of the game. To that end, our two setup characters over there are trying to make their way together to point 4, which is going to be a bit tricky because this character can easily move towards point 4. It has an arrow, it can head here. That's great. This character can move over here, but over here we have a one-way directional arrow, which means this person can't actually do anything. So something will likely happen over here that allows us to do something, but we can't actually travel. Sometimes you have one directional travel in the game.
No.
Every character has 2 actions you can take in the game. We're going to go ahead and take the first action with this first character, and I'll walk you through it as we go.
Well, and I was going to say, thematically, you're on Twisted Wreckage.
Yes.
Here, you need to actually break your way out by using the action Force the Bulkhead Open, which is going to require one success symbol of either a fist, a nuclear sign, or a shield.
Yep. And for context, the reason I need to do that is because both our starting cards involve no travel in the game. So, starting off the bat, you're going to draw 2 section cards for our sections. So I'm going to have these 2 section cards over here.
These are special abilities that you can either discard to take one single use, or if you get matching dice, you'll be able to get a improved or more powerful thing.
So I want to do at least one. I want to do that arm thing. I'm going to use my arms to try to force the wreckage open. I'm using 1 die. And I got the arm. Excellent. Success. We're going to go ahead. And for the reason I used 1 die, by the way, for the record, is because some of my cards allow me to do things to that die that would give me the ability. Because I have a 4 to 6 chance, or 2/3 chance of success, but I could also have done things with my cards. So, we're going to replace the card. The way these tests work, let me just cover this. The way these tests work is if you succeed a test, you do the green section. Sometimes there are other sections on the top that we can explain later when there are bonuses and whatnot. If we had failed, we would have gone ahead and rolled that action there. So, we're going to replace the card with another card. That's a common thing in ISS Vanguard. You're going to constantly layer cards on the board representing progress in those areas.
The outer surface. We can't reach the other part of our lander via the surface, but we could descend into the honeycomb structure of the spear. Now, there is more flavor text here, but we can continue playing instead of hitting the app.
So my
gave us that
options
option.
at this point are going to be to basically either to explore this card, my second action, or alternatively to move over here. I'm going to go ahead and move over here, and we're going to do that with the travel icon. Whenever you have a travel icon, you're going to reference the global planetary rule around travel.
Those are all the actions you can take within that planet.
Sometimes they're going to be different, so these are just going to be defined actions, but this one says look at the travel icon of whatever's over here, and this can change. Just like everything else, these cards can change. In this case, it's going to be either spend a die or roll a hazard die to move to a new sector. I'm just going to go ahead and spend a die. I'm going to spend this one over here, which is going to cause me to go ahead and move to a new sector, where we're going to read log 227. So, 227 over here in our logbook. We are almost there in terms of away team. Do you read me? I am now under the surface of the sphere. It seems that the cloaking panels rest on a delicate carbon mesh, sparse enough to squeeze through. Squeeze through, that's good. Good, we can use this to navigate under chasms and cracks. Away team 1, I wonder how deep it goes. Away team 2, stay focused on your mission. We need to regroup first. Away team 1, roger that. Place card P109 in the sector.
This says, there's no obvious way forward, only a labyrinth of tiny passageways.
Okay, so it does look like we have some options over here. We have a regular test we can do that will allow us to move to Sector 4, which is basically our goal, at which point we'll read 311. Or alternatively, we can try to squeeze through, which can risk failure over here, but we'll take a hazard die, and I don't know how it's going to go. They kind of implied we shouldn't squeeze through, which means if Jesse were doing it, he'd be squeezing through. I like to follow the rules. Jesse, it's your turn.
Yeah, so it'll be passing over to me. I'm actually up here at a different starting location, the crash site, where I've came to the conclusion that if we're actually going to survive this, we need to not only get the food, but also, more importantly, the hydrogen and oxygen tanks off the crash ship so that we can await the rescue team arriving to us.
Good decision. Very responsible.
So, I have an action here to save the supplies. This is going to require 3 successes, and it's going to have some negative potential consequences if I get any failures. And so what the book told me to do to demonstrate some elements of this was literally take all my dice, give them a roll, hopefully get the successes I need.
Okay, perfect.
Which I did. Clean successes. Each color is going to be a success. I'm going to push up 1, 2, 3, getting 1 success cube up there.
Okay.
And I'm going to replace with card 102.
So effectively, this one over here, you move forward on the track. For every hazard symbol, you move the bottom track forward one, which would be bad. And for every colored die, which is all of them, you roll your thing forward up one, and then we're going to place it with 102.
Okay, and I have recovered the supplies. We won't have to worry about food or oxygen for a long while. Use the aid station to discard 1 injury, rest to recover. So that's what the book told me to do next, was to spend a rest action.
Yep.
We have unlimited cargo holds. We have unlimited supplies because I just rescued them at the moment. So I'll use a rest action.
In general, for context, there's 2 ways you get dice back in this game, because you're constantly spending your dice. The first way is going to be something that's called exertion, which is, we're not going to go into too much right now. The general idea of it is you give up a die permanently to get back your dice.
Pretty brutal.
The second and more common way in this game is you count up your total dice that you have available from your available dice, your spent dice, all that, and then you use the supplies to retrieve half your dice rounded up, which means in this case 3 dice are going to go back to you. Additionally, you draw a card whenever you rest.
Yep, and so I have another section card down here, and I believe it was at this point where we were told we can begin playing.
We can begin doing stuff. We've done both our actions. We've both taken
2
our
actions.
turns. When you end your turn, you do have to draw an event card, but that's not present yet in the tutorial phase we're up to. We're going to go ahead and continue. Again, we're trying to achieve this mission over here, mission group 1, where we're going to regroup in sector 4. So it's now my turn. I think I'm going to go ahead and...
You're going to push through, right?
I mean, I see no reason not to. Do you?
Well, the book told you not to. But other than that...
Oh, no, I'm going to do this action over here. I'm not squeezing through. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. I'm going to go ahead and roll this die over here, and I got a Vanguard. So you may be wondering, for the record, he's not, why I'd roll this when I needed those symbols. Why would I roll that? Well, option 1 is you can get a Vanguard. Vanguards are always successes no matter what. But I knew that I had this card. I could turn a chosen red die to any chosen side. So I was going to move it to Vanguard if I didn't get the result I wanted.
No matter what, you were going to succeed.
Yeah, basically. I knew that was going to happen. I got to keep the card, which is even better. So I'm going to go ahead and do that over there. That's my first action. I'm going to go ahead and move this crew member and any assisting crew members to Sector 4, where we're going to read log 311.
Interesting. You're already, you're making it places.
It's almost like if you listen to the rules and the suggestions of the people who are guiding you in this game, you don't kill species.
I would have squeezed through.
I know you would have. Away team exploration.
Maybe there's a species in there.
Maybe. The darkness and you would have killed it. The darkness and silence, they probably literally have a species in there that dies when you squeeze through, and Marcin knew you would do it. Okay, it's only because I'm here he didn't. The darkness and silence of an eon's old structure developed me. The carbon mesh formed small tunnels, the network sprawling under the pitch-black surface of the sphere. I set up a radio beacon to notify the other survivors of my location and sat there in the dim light of the flashlight, trying not to think too much about who these corridors were made for. To progress this tutorial mission, all crew members need to meet in the sector. All crew members with you in Sector 4. No. Well, then keep taking turns traveling until we all meet there. We'll come back to log 311 shortly enough. Which means, for my second action, what I'm going to go ahead and do, because I see no reason not to, since I have another action left,
rest.
And we have unlimited supplies, I'm going to go ahead and rest, returning these dice to my thing. Again, this is specifically designed with no danger. This is guiding you through the gameplay structure. Your turn, sir. Oh, and
okay.
My turn.
So, I'm thinking...
Oh, and I draw a card. I gotta remember that. Okay.
So, I'm thinking... I'm going to take a rest action right now.
Why?
Because I'm able to, and it will give me back the rest of my dice.
But why? Why don't you move first?
Because it refreshes 4 right here.
Oh, what's
Rest and recover. Refreshes 4 total dice on that spot.
You could do that, but you also don't actually benefit from that because you don't have any more cards to draw.
But I'd get 4 dice back, and then I'd spend 1 to move to you, and that'd be the end of my turn, triggering log 331.
Or you could spend 1 to move and then rest and have all your dice. You could do it your way. Listen, you would have gone through the crack.
Log 331. We're reading it, right?
For the record, with new players, I don't alpha player anything, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
For new players.
You're very, very advanced in your ISS Vanguarding.
Thank you.
Not good, just advanced. As long as log 311, yes, go to log 320. Go to log 320. In fact, I will let you read log 320 because I've been reading recently.
Log 320. Away Team Exploration Report 1D. As the last member of the away team appears in the distance, we felt instant relief. The mission started as a disaster, but we were alive. We regrouped. We had some supplies, and we were not far from the designated landing zone. It was time to get to work. First, we needed to make sure that any rescue team sent after us won't suffer the same fate. Congratulations, your first mission is now complete. Perform the following steps. Reminder, this means you should place 1 success above your token.
Wait, 1 success? 1 what? Up here?
Yep.
Okay.
And place Point of Interest 105 technical corridors on the top card of the outline in this sector. It replaces the current content of the card outline.
Where does it go?
It goes onto technical corridors on top of the card outline in this sector. So it goes here, I believe.
Okay, gotcha.
Which means crew members who entered Sector 4 will no longer be directed to log 331.
Gotcha.
Take the top 5 cards from the small tutorial deck. These are event cards, and they'll use to represent unique dangers specific to certain sectors of the planet. Set the event cards next to the planet board. As mentioned on the help card of your turn token, whenever a crew member ends their turn, they need to draw 1 event from the hazards deck. Compare the event icons on the card with all event icons in your sector. If no icons match, follow the instructions on the card. They will usually order you to progress all time tracks instead. Hint, the time tracks are all tracks that look like this. Look like time tracks.
Gotcha.
Discard the regroup mission card. Take the top card from the large tutorial deck. Secure the crash site mission. Place card MO2 in the mission card slot. Reveal and read it.
The Vanguard knows our last coordinates and will surely send a second team to investigate. Unless we find a way to silence the battery that brought us down, they're in grave danger. Find a way to neutralize the battery in Sector 3. Completioners, when you film the mission, you'll be asked to discard this mission.
Okay, go to log 345. Away Team Exploration Report 1E. The demolition charges we've salvaged from the lander could now come in handy. The webway of tunnels under the surface of the sphere allowed us to reach this spot directly under the cannon and blow up the entire portion of the new sphere it rested upon. We knew it was safer. Right, 345. Am I correct on that? Yeah, 345. We knew it was safer and faster. We knew it was the safer and faster approach. Though it would leave a gaping hole in the structure and remove a part of its cloaking surface. This giant Dyson sphere would no longer be invisible. Some of us proposed a riskier alternative. We could reach the cannon via the surface, run towards it at its base, and then find a way to disable it or destroy it with a much smaller charge placed directly on its side. We put it to a vote. When exploring alien worlds, your away team will often come through a decision that can shape your campaign. This is one of them. Blowing up the sphere under the alien cannon is faster and safer, but will compromise the ability of the sphere to cloak itself, making it easier to find for all other potential travelers. Surgically disabling the cannon will take more effort and will be riskier. All players discuss together how they want to choose one of the below options. If you cannot agree, the security section player makes the final decision. Discuss and choose one. Do we blow up part of the sphere, or do we approach the disabled cannon?
I'll let you choose this time.
Log 390.
What are you choosing? What are you choosing?
Log 390. Where is it? 390. Right there. Go ahead and start reading that right there.
Yep. Some logs contain checkboxes you must mark as you access them or make choices. I have a pen. This way, the logbook remembers your actions. The first of the choice checkboxes is below. If you do not wish to mark your journal permanently, you can use an erasable pencil or the ISS Vanguard app. I am not afraid. At any moment, you must have print a fresh, most up-to-date copy of the ISS Vanguard. Okay. Mark this box. Your choice will be remembered, and in subsequent scenarios, you may be asked whether the box at the start of log 390 is checked. Okay. Away team exploration report. We set up the charges. You blew it up, didn't you? We set up the charges in the tunnels below the cannon and hid at a safe distance. In the void, we didn't hear the blast, and the carbon strands of the structure damped the vibration so well at first we thought the charges had malfunctioned. Only when we traced our way back to the surface we noticed that the alien gun was gone, together with a wide swath of the surface. A light was seeping out from the deep hole in the ground. We approached carefully and found its source. The blast punched right through the structure, and within it, encased in a shell larger than a solar system, rested an old sun surrounded by the debris. Place card P108 in Sector 3.
P108.
Oh, there you go.
Sector cards. P108. Deep crater. The large part of the outer shell is now gone. Strange light seeping out from the inside of the sphere.
Vanguard, this is the away team. We regrouped and got rid of the cannon that brought down our lander. No casualties. Any ETA in the rescue team. We're already on our way, away team. ETA 36 hours. Hold on tight. Do you have enough supplies to last that long, away team? Away team, Cooperative 1. Yeah, fortunately most stuff in the lander survived. We'll be cutting it close in the oxygen, but we should be fine. Capcom. Excellent. You can proceed with your mission then. Away team. Please repeat, Vanguard. You want us to keep searching this place? Capcom. Sergeant Nahi. Of course. There's nothing else you can do for now, and we still need to know more about the structure before Vanguard gets too close. The scans you provided indicate there's some sort of a room within the sphere near your location, filled with what looks like some sort of alien technology. Take a look and see what you can make of it. Away team. Operative 1. Copy that, Vanguard. Proceed with caution. Discard the Secure the Crash Site mission card, MO2. That's going to go over here. And then take the top card from the large tutorial deck. This is mission card MO3. Place the card MO3 into the mission slot. Reveal and read it.
Mission, the Iris. The Vanguard is still barreling towards this alien structure. We have to discover what's on the other side and what purpose it is, and what its purpose is. Objective, reach and fully explore Sector 6. Hint, read the description of the locations of the planet board revealing the final POI. Sector 6 requires an action elsewhere. If you get stuck and don't know what to do, go to log 60. Completion, when you fulfill this objective, you will be asked to discard this mission. So we're trying to go to Sector 6.
Read the description of locations on the planet. Revealing the final POI. Sector 6 requires an action elsewhere. So we need to go elsewhere.
So if you read this, let's see. Move your crew member.
We got convex panels, install a power coupling, and we have the control room. Can you imagine that installing the power coupling might help our control room situation?
I would imagine that installing a power coupling probably has nothing to do with the control room.
That's what I thought too. Why don't we try it just in case?
Okay, I'm down for that.
Cool.
I like
so you took your turn. You did your... Whose turn is it right now? You finished your turn?
I finished my turn.
Oh, did you though? You moved. Did you rest?
I rested.
Okay, cool. So you can go ahead and flip your turn marker. And that means we're also going to be drawing an event card at this point because now we have events. So we're going to go ahead and draw an event card and we're going to look to see if the symbol... It does. Of course it does.
Eerie voices.
The symbol for context matches the symbol on the location we are in, which is why we're going to read it.
A strong radio disruption comes from the other side of the sphere. Within the deafening white noise, we seem to hear some human words. Discard one of your dice.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, that's going to be event 1 over there.
Is that just me or you as well?
No, that's just you.
Okay.
Yeah, you ended your turn there. Yep. Okay. Now it's my turn. So I can head over here to this one over here, log 130, which I think is the right move. I'm wondering, by the way, this squeezed through here. So this is a general thing in the game where you have unique discoveries that are only available on the planet they're on. I'm wondering if that was squeezing through. I hope not, because that would be rewarding his bad behavior. So I'm going to keep on moving.
You're right. I'm going back.
You can't even get there. You could get there from here.
Yeah.
And then from here, you can jump back there. So you have to, like, cycle around. This is a separate area, but you can try squeezing through. Either way, we'll see how it goes.
I have to rectify your mistakes.
Exactly. That's what I thought when I first saw that. So I am going to go ahead and do stuff.
You're moving over to log 130, bro.
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely moving to log 130. Okay, cool. Log 130, we're going to travel. Again, I can go ahead and either roll a die or just discard one. I'm going to go ahead and discard a die. We're going to go ahead and get rid of, well, one of my dice over here, because why not? Okay, that's going to be that action over there. Then I imagine we're reading what log 130. So,
seems reasonable.
I'm going to read this one. I'm traveling.
You do it.
I'm
Whatever.
traveling.
I don't care.
Check your reveal mission card. If you're on mission 1, go to log 132. Otherwise, go to log 133. Mark this box. If this box was already marked, then this log ends. Otherwise, read on. Away Team Exploration Report, 16C. One of the technical quarters eventually led us to a small balcony attached to the inner part of the sphere. We gasped, looking upon the enormous space contained within the object. Before us, a derelict of an entire solar system floated within the sphere, its sun red and tight, its planets strip mined for minerals. We took preliminary readings and scans. It seemed apparent that the matter of the system, and probably many neighborhood ones, was repurposed to build this enormous structure. But why go through all this trouble only to hide an old red giant and some mined-out rocks? The inside of the sphere is covered with the solar panels aimed at the sun, yet all quarters and terminals we've seen so far are dead. Did something break in the circuitry of this part of the sphere, and can we fix it? Just saying, installing power coupling seems like the way to go. Place card P000 in this sector. Go ahead and grab any one of the P00s. Whenever you have the same number, you can just choose any one. Okay, that's going to be just covering that up, so nothing interesting is left there. Gain the following unmarked bonus, then mark them as taken. So we're going to go ahead and take another one of these tokens to our success tokens, and I'm going to go ahead and continue with my second action, which is going to be to move to this area over here, where I think I would like to install a power coupling, if it's all the same to you, sir. I'm going to go ahead and discard one of my dice.
I mean, look, I think it's worth a try. I just don't think it will really have any impact.
Oh, interesting. These would be useful here. So I'm going to go ahead and give up. The shield is not helpful. I'm going to keep that over there. So I'm going to go ahead and do this over here and move up here, like so.
Okay,
that's my turn. 2 actions. I'm going to go ahead and draw an event card. I flip this over, draw an event card, and we have another T. Of course we do. So we're going to have, if no icons match, okay, the rushing service bots. A group of black automatons stampede through the structure, oblivious to our presence. We better get out of the way. Give up a blue and a red die. I do not like that one bit. Or roll the hazard die. We're going to go ahead and roll the hazard die so you can go ahead and see what that's like. So, rolling the hazard die in the tutorial mission only has the 10 option. We only have one option if we roll the 10 over there. Where is it? Where is it? We have this die over here. No, not that one. Where's our hazard die? We had a hazard die. Here it is. We're going to roll our 10-sided die and... No, 1 second. Oh, this is the 10 mission. So we're drawing one of these. No, we're drawing this one over here. Okay, we're going to roll this. We did not get a 10, so I think nothing else happens there. Okay, so we got nothing there, which means we are good to go.
Are you sure it only has a consequence? The way I read it is it says it always is a 10.
If a symbol rolled in your danger die is not described here, it has no effect. It says roll a danger die or roll 10. Yeah, this is honestly, so this is the one part of the game so far in terms of the new system that we're not sure how it works in the tutorial, because there's a way that these hazard dice work, so...
I think you have to suffer what the danger die, a 10.
So I'll just go ahead and give up a die. Okay?
Or take a injury.
Well, I'll give up a die in that case. I'm still going to give that up a die. I'm going to go ahead and give up this, and then it is your turn.
Yeah, I'd be curious about that. That's the one part so far that we're not quite sure.
We've gone through everything so far. It's the one area which is a little unclear how it plays out.
So I'm going to go to the control room.
Yep.
Which is going to cost me a die, right?
Yep.
Okay. Moving down. Discarding this. Harvest alien components. Refresh 1 die. Go to log 230. Interesting. I don't even have enough red and blues to do this. Huh. Are we able to work together down here?
Oh, you're trying to do that. Ooh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's interesting. We are, by the way. I'm allowed to roll a die to help you. So you might have to wait for me.
No,
not necessarily. So, something you didn't actually necessarily realize. The way these bonus actions work, when there's an arrow, it means that by doing this, it's a way of circumventing the main action. So you're going to, instead of doing these, you could get either of those and go straight there. It's almost a way of saying, here, there's 2 different ways to get here. There's 2 different pathways.
Oh, I hear.
Yeah.
Question is, do I even have what I need for that?
Or do you have any ability cards that will help you make it a Vanguard symbol? Because a Vanguard symbol would help.
Reroll 1. During an event setup, discard an event card without resolving the text. During a roll, discard 2 from your roll phase to place 1 other die in that pool, Vanguard side up.
Wait, that's the one you want, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to activate this card.
Okay.
Discard 2, place 1 Vanguard side up.
Wait, aren't you trying to roll at all?
I mean, I'll try to roll.
Just start with the roll, yeah. Nope, okay.
Vanguard side up. Does it matter that I don't have any dice?
Not yet. You'll get them back later.
Okay.
Just refresh. We have unlimited supplies. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and read log 230.
How do you get knocked out of this game?
You get knocked out, and then you get up again, and they're never going to keep you down.
But I mean, how do you, though?
Oh, knocked out? What do you mean knocked out?
How do your crew members die?
You die. You get injuries. You get enough injuries. You eventually die.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you get.
It's not running out of dice.
No. You're running out of dice is generally failure of the mission. See, normally what happens in this game is you don't have unlimited supplies. So you have limited supplies inherently. Therefore, you're going to eventually run out of dice and, well, starve to death.
Away Team Exploration Report 1H. The room Capcom spoke about was in the center of the web of technical tunnels. It was enormous, a dim cathedral of silent alien technology and countless devices and consoles. Though all made of the same material, had a bewildering array of sizes and input methods. They had one thing in common, though. All were inoperable. We've gathered some pieces of alien technology. We've decided to look for a way to switch them on. Gain the following unmarked bonus and mark them as taken. Unique Discovery 1.
Whew. Didn't have to go through that carbon mesh over there. Exotic carbon allotrope. Ship phase. When you slot this card, gain a research project. Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, so I still want to go through that mesh.
Of course you do.
We'll see what happens. I'm not convinced there's nothing there yet.
Oh, no, there's nothing there.
There's probably a unique discovery
There's
still.
nothing. That's not how it works. Okay. Anyways, are we ready to go?
Yeah, I've done my 2 actions.
Great. What was your second action? You moved in the... Yes. Okay, great. So it's my turn. Oh, at the end of your turn, you're going to go ahead and draw an event. There's no symbols here, so you... Oh, there's a symbol over here. Interesting. And of course, T.
I believe they're all going to have one at the moment.
It does look like they all have T.
Structural collapse. The delicate carbon mesh breaks under your feet. You spend a lot of time freeing yourself. Progress all time tracks twice. No time tracks right now. Hints, in the tutorial mission, the time track is on the global condition card. This may not be revealed yet.
It's not revealed yet. Okay, so we're going to go to my turn over there. We go ahead and flip your card. We flip our tokens back up. And I'm going to go ahead and take a turn. I'm going to go ahead and roll both these dice over here. Because if I get a single one... Oh, specifically I need a red dice. Oh, okay, fine. So I guess I'm going to start with our supplies. So I'm going to go ahead and take a supplies to restore these dice over here. Like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and roll this die. Which if I get this symbol will be enough to convert that into that. Which successfully achieves that. And I did not, but I'm going to go ahead and do a roll. Turn one chosen die to its chosen side. So I'm going to discard this card to do that. Okay. And then that's going to cover that. Which means now I can go ahead and go to log 424. I'm installing power couplings. Do you think that will do anything helpful? Probably not. Right?
I'm not...
Not convinced at all. Yeah. Mark this box. If this box is already marked, go to log 450. Otherwise, read on. The ancient machinery connected to the panels flickers and almost immediately begins to wane. The power coupling you've just installed begins to smolder. It won't last long. If this doesn't work, it's not good, because I made a big deal about how it's going to work.
I sort of feel like you're going to attract the ambient alien life that is existing on this planet.
Take a card from the top of the large control deck. Global Condition card CO1. We need Global Condition card CO1.
Right up top
there we go. Okay. Okay, this is going to go over here, on top of here.
The power ebbs through the structure. Its ancient turmoils flickering, their lights make travel a little easier.
And we have a travel. Ooh, travel's a little easier.
Stick a time marker on that, though.
Oh, time tracker. Go to log 505. Things are going to Oh, boy. Okay. We're going to 450, though, in the meantime. 450 is going to be... Place the global condition card in the global condition slot from now in place of the card that was printed there. Please note this card contains a time track. This is the track that cards will progress until the marker reaches the last slot and the power goes out again, discarding the C1 card. At this point, you'll go back to the original printed global condition, so we have to keep turning on the power couplings. Interesting. Do not place a time token on the track just yet. Only when the first effect progresses the track do you place a token there. You can always repeat to install the power coupling action to switch the power back on. Place a point of interest card, P106, in Sector 6.
P106.
Yep.
Strange console. It's the first thing resembling an operable machine that we've seen in this place. Oh, so it's kind of good I got there first.
Yep. Okay.
Interesting.
This is one of those, it can be progressed by meeting both in green and blue. So basically, all these... Okay, one second. Some advanced action requires you to pose your roll carefully. It's progressed by icons most often met on the green and blue dice. However, if you mix green and blue... Interesting. So every combination of green and blue advances the negative track, but it's triggered by actions that are most present on green and blue, but you want to kind of split up your rolls. Interesting. I like that. That's new. Too. That's a new little push your luck mechanism. Okay, that was my turn. I went ahead and flipped this, and I do the event at the end of my turn, which is going to be no hazards. It progress all time tracks. That's not good. In this time,
said no. Oh, you said moving on when it says.
Yep. Okay, and then it's your turn.
I'm going to do a refresh action.
Okay, seems reasonable.
Pulling green and blue back. And then I'm going to do a roll trying to get those icons. It's going to progress the hazard once.
Interesting. Risky. I like it. Of course I do. So the symbol won't matter in this case because no effect mentions it.
But I might be able to interact with it.
But more importantly,
I'm going to re-roll one. I'm going to re-roll this one.
You have none of the... One second. You have none of the symbols we actually need.
That one.
You have one symbol we actually... No, you have none of the symbols we actually need.
No, none of those helped. Does this one have the symbol on it?
You have... Nope. No. None of the symbols we actually need.
I'm not good at this.
I mean, the game in general?
Well, this thing, the Strange Console specifically, I'm not very good at.
Yeah, but neither am I.
Could you... I pushed that up a little bit.
You pushed up the bottom track, which is not great. So this is not ideal. It looks like we're mostly going to need Vanguard symbols because I'm not great at it either.
No.
None of my stuff are those symbols. That's not great. Oh, no, I have this one over here. That's not the worst. But this is on a spent die, which is also not the worst. It's not the best.
Yeah, even my personal thing doesn't work.
Okay, well, I guess we'll see how it goes. That was your turn? You took your full turn?
I refreshed and went for it.
And I'm trying to get all the way down there, which is really not ideal. Do I need to stay where I am?
You're super far away.
Oh my gosh, I might need to stay where I am in order to help.
Maybe I just do red. Red and greens.
Red and greens. Your greens don't help at all, though.
I'm saying instead of progressing, I've got to get Vanguard symbols. So that was my turn.
Do you have any action cards?
Draw an event card for me.
Do you have any action cards that can help us?
No.
Event cards. No actions. Progress all time tracks. That's not great. Okay. This tutorial time track. Fine. Okay. That's going to be that. So we are in a bit of a tough spot here because we don't have the right sections for that particular combination of stuff. So we need to get to log 200. It's going to have to be done with Vanguard symbols, it looks like. And I have to kind of stay where I am because I'm going to have to turn the power coupling back on. I'm worried that if we go to 505...
It's turning it off.
Yeah, that's I'm a little worried about. That is really not ideal. This is supposed to be the tutorial mission that guides you through things easily, just for the record. So, do you have any abilities that help?
No.
Oh, interesting. Okay, good. Good. I got one thing. I got something. Okay. I need to get there. The time tracks are going to progress. What did you roll in your turn again?
I can roll 3 dice.
And when you refresh, you draw a card, by the way. Whenever you refresh, you draw a new section card. Okay. I do not love what's currently happening here. I think I'm going to go ahead and install a power coupling again. No, it doesn't work. It's not ideal. It's just not going to work, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and roll... If I install the power coupling again, it probably moves us back, but it might not as well.
I'd try it.
450. I think it puts the card here. This card's going to go away. We have to see what happens when we go to 505. Refresh one die, move to a new sector. Okay. Refresh one die, and... Oh, every time you travel, you refresh a die and move to a new sector if we roll that symbol. Otherwise, you just move to a new sector. I'm a little bit not confident about how this is going to work out. I think I need to stay there. I don't think there's anything I can really do. This is just a time game at this point. Reset both tracks. That's painful. There's no way. We don't have any of the symbols. I mean, I have one thing that lets me turn a Vanguard when I draw this card, which will help a little bit. I don't see a way around this. Alright, let's see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and move down here. I'm going to give up a die over here, like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and move over there. I can try to roll something. I don't have that symbol, though, so I'm just going to go ahead and fail that and move to a new sector. If you have that specific symbol, you'd be able to refresh.
You might be able to get Vanguard. Does that count, or no?
Vanguards might help. But then I'm rolling a die and giving it up. It's not necessarily worth it. Okay, that was my 2 actions. I moved and I moved. I'm going to draw an event, and the event says progress all time tracks, which means we're going to go one more up, and then that's going to be your turn.
I'm going to refresh both my green and my red this time, so I'm not matching anything to cycle it at all. You got a Vanguard.
Yep.
And I can re-roll 1. Another Vanguard.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Now I'm worried it's going to go away before we get a chance.
Wow.
Done. 2 actions in the turn. End of the turn, we're going to go ahead and do this. Progress all time tracks.
Discarding this to prevent an event card.
Ooh. That's pretty cool.
You're
welcome.
That's
useful. That is useful. Okay, well, I think I can help you then a little bit.
Get in there and do 1.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move over here like so, and then I'm going to go ahead and roll all 3 of these dice. They're not the same color at all, so we should be fine over there. And I got a Vanguard.
Nice.
Boom. Okay, that was good. Fine.
That
close
felt
enough.
Harder than it.
I think it's just a combination of crew that we chose.
Yeah.
The different factions will have different symbols, but even then we were able to do it.
I'm just saying there was a moment there where I was like,
Yeah, that was a bit touch and go there. Okay, log 200. Log 200. Oh, that looks like a congratulations symbol. Log 200. Are you getting there anywhere? The power will go out shortly. Away team. Who knew interfacing with technology would be difficult, huh? You want to take the front seat? The operative 2. Well, no, it's just alien console. Welcome, guests. Operative 1. Okay, I'm in. It's some sort of a welcome message with instructions and pictograms. Some of it's in Chinese, some in English, some in French, and this part, I don't even know what this is. Operative 2. They were listening to us, but how? The Earth is too far away for our first radio transmissions to reach this place. Operative 1. That's a question for later. Now, see, it seems the sphere can open up. They wanted visitors to get inside. Operative 2. What for? There's nothing there, just an old destroyed system. They must have a reason. Let me just try this, and this. Loud rumble. That's not a rumble, it's a roar. Do you read us, Vanguard? Remember the Patreon for sound effects. Do you read us, Vanguard? We're opening the gates. Cheerful noise. Captain Wayman. We read you, away team. Excellent job. We see an entire section of the sphere, several hundred miles across, slowly moving. We should be able to steer into the opening. Good job, away team. The rescue ship is on its way. We'll meet you inside. Captain Corporal Oella. Captain, we are receiving a transmission from within the sphere. You completed your first planetary exploration. Use the QR code or link below to watch the entire cinematic introduction to your ISS Vanguard campaign.
Cool.
I'll go ahead and throw this on the top thingy in case you want to QR code that. It? Yeah, just in case someone wants to QR code that right about now. Enjoy.
I wonder if you can.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'll do it later. It also has a little YouTube URL thingy. Your crew is now returning back to ISS Vanguard and you're about to learn about the second major part of the game, your ship phase. But first, let's perform some quick cleanup steps. Remove your tutorial event cards and tutorial section cards from the game. You won't need them anymore in this campaign. We'll do that after. Return your dice to the section compartment. Now let's see how well you do this tutorial. If you have a unique discovery, gain another success token over here, which we do. Count your success tokens, subtract 1 for each just a scratch injury, which we have none. If the total result is 4 to 5, go to log 198. It could have been 6 plus. If the total 5 is...
If you'd climbed through the thing...
No, I don't think so.
Did you take success tokens for things like doing the server connect?
What did it say to?
All that symbol is always a success token,
it's not
isn't
there.
it?
Nope. It has to say so. 198.
Come
you
on,
did
man.
well. You did great. We didn't do great. You did well. You avoided unnecessary injuries and gathered some additional tokens. However, keep in mind that injuries in upcoming planetary explorations will be much more dangerous. Avoid them, as serious injuries cause crew members to spend several ship phases in the med bay, slowing your character development and reducing your number of available crew members. Or just play with Jesse. That will also reduce the number of available crew members. Also, while it's okay to not get every token on the planet, grab them when you have a chance. They are responsible for ranking up your crew members and can be spent on additional section dice, making them one of the most important things you can bring back from a planetary exploration. Go to log 204. If you don't have unique discovery, take from the planet board. If you do unique discovery, grant you a research project and you return the ship. Take the top card from the large tutorial deck, RO1 research project. So we're going to have this. Nice. Okay. Later discovery, place both this card, unique discovery, in the awaiting pocket. Return all injury cards to the injuries compartment. Remove the remaining cards on the planet board from the game. You won't need any more in this campaign. Close and store the Planetopia. So you can go ahead and remove all these cards if you don't mind. Go ahead, sir. And then go to log 750. Whoa, 750. That's like got to be the end of this book here, sir. It's time to learn about the other key part of this game, flying ISS Vanguard to new alien worlds.
And so, if I might make a suggestion, maybe this is a secondary video?
Oh, of course a secondary video.
Okay.
Absolutely. We're going to return with a secondary video covering the introduction to the ship phase. You may have watched this already on the channel, but this is going to be a new way of doing the ship phase where you're actually slotting things into the ship book as you go. You literally start with this empty book as opposed to last time, and you'll be throwing things in there so you can go through it much slower and be introduced to elements one at a time. This has been your introduction to Mission 1 of ISS Vanguard, the Eye of the Void, as we slowly reconvened. Unfortunately, we never squeezed through that mesh. I'm going to just go ahead and say goodbye to you, and I'm going to hand Jesse this book if he wants to read log 112 just to satisfy his own curiosity. I don't want to know. Until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co.
And I'm a duck.
Have fun there, Jesse.